Hey YouTube, it's Sean. Hey, we got our test board hooked up, our test motor controller hooked up. I'm running this MC60 motor controller right here, and I probably won't be running this in the actual milling machine. I don't think so. Possibly, but I doubt it. I got a better one. We got us a potentiometer wired up, just 3 wires, and we got it running to the MC60 controller. And to wire these is simple. You take your potentiometer. If you just don't have a potentiometer at all, just starting with a bare board, you got three contacts, right? All right. You take your potentiometer and you hold it up. That's how it goes. With the knob straight up. Bam, bam, bam. That's how it can. That's how it wires up. Okay. And then for your actual motor, let me get you some light, hopefully without troubles. You got a red lead and a black lead from your motor, and then you're going to have a choke coil. Best way to run one of these is with a choke coil. Okay, it smooths the motor quite a bit. You don't have to run one. You don't have to, but that hooks into your black wire, and your black wire just hooks over to the choke controller. It basically splices in between. So now what I wanted to show you was, this is the original setup for a motor that the milling machine had on it, and this is oh shoot, 3/4, somewhere in there. I think it's 3/4 horse on that. But I managed to find a smaller, short. This is my second build on the motor. Okay, this is my second one. Found a shorter body. In other words, shorter from end to end body, but this is still 2.5 horsepower. So I'm making horsepower with the same dimensions, same sizes. And I installed the pulley kit today. This is the pulley kit part. This is the pulley kit part that was pre-machined. I didn't build this piece, but I built the back plate that hooks to the actual treadmill motor, and I got it attached with some flange head cap heads, and then this side I got just actual cap heads because it was a little bit close to the actual motor housing. So now all I have to do is cut the key and the shaft off, and that's it. Let me see, this motor here is, let's lay it out where it would be hooked to the motor. Okay, it would be like right there. Okay, so there ain't much difference. Very little. By the time you add this top half to this flange, and it sits flat on this flange, the 4 bolts, you're going to have it be, that flange sits right in that edge right there. You're going to have about the same length. Okay, plus on the back side of this, I have a little bit of extra space that I'm going to put a fan on this back shaft. And this is 2.5 horsepower, So what I did was I took the 2.5 horsepower armature, the rotor, and replaced it from the 1.5 that was originally in the motor. So this armature right here is 1.5 horsepower, and the bodies are the same. Okay, all this is a steel housing with magnets. It's the armature with inside that makes the horsepower. Okay, and this is the 1.5 horsepower. Okay, pulled that out of there and put the 2.5 in there. So now we're making 2.5 horsepower with a shorter casing. That's what this video is about. And let's do a test run. There it is. It runs just fine. I got the pulley already put on there too. Got to cut that shaft and that keyway off. I built that extra long on purpose because I didn't want to be short. Rather to be too long than too short. This mill's going to be alright. Yeah, we're going to be alright. Yeah, on the back side of this, hang on, let me see if I can get my sore bones off the floor here. That's going to take me a couple days, guys. I'll see you Friday. Alright, anyway. I built this. And this will just sit right up on top. And, this is filled up with a high heat JB weld. And it is hard as a rock. There ain't that's harder than the actual plastic that the fan's made out of. So what I'm going to do is smooth that off good. And then I'm going to drill it and tap through the side. And that fan's going to go back on the back side of that motor. And it's going to keep it cooler. A little bit cooler. It doesn't have to have it. Been running it here for the biggest part of a... Oh shoot. What do you think, guys? Most of an hour?
Oh yeah, easy.
And it ain't hot. She's just barely warm. So I don't think I have to have it. So we may or may not do that. But point is, 3/4, 2.5. A little bit more power, a little bit more available power, and I don't need 2.5. I won't be using that. Probably 9 out of there ain't no way. But I have the available power, and the best part is like this. If you want to turn slow. For like tapping, drilling stuff. Yeah, you can do that where if you run out of power, then it just breaks your, tool off. Alright, I got a little squeaky in there. I think I can fix that. I think I can replace the bearing. Either with the one off this one's silky, or I can just put a new bearing on there because that's a common bearing. And the best part about this motor was it was made in the US, Logan, Utah. So, there you go. We got her. She runs good. Yeah, so next thing, when we get a good day, when we actually get some good weather, we'll be installing this thing and see how she goes. I actually went back out to the lathe and machined the shaft off this one, like I did the other one. Yup. And did the same process, but I went with a shorter body and put the bigger armature. This one's 1.5. Excuse me. Yeah, this is 1.5 horsepower. I put a 2.5 because I want to change the controller anyway in the milling machine. This controller, the one in the milling machine is only rated for 3/4 horsepower this here, and I'm gonna need a bigger controller. So, because yeah, that's gonna cause smoke and flames, and we don't want that. So what I did was just take this armature out, put a 2.5 horsepower armature in there, rotor, and she will go. She's gonna run good. She's gonna be fine. All right, so we did it. All right, guys, love you all. Take care of yourselves. Thumbs up. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.